Living the Faith with Father Larry Richards. I mentioned
And
you
Dr.
first.
Ray Guarendi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm surprised you pronounced the name correctly.
It's very hard. It's
Last
an
time
Italian
he said Roy Ganuti.
Exactly.
I got a question for you.
Please. That's what I'm here for, for the question.
Now, this is not me because I'm not that old.
Uh-huh.
My son is 30 years old. He left the church shortly after college, never returned. I've prayed for him so much since, but I'm getting discouraged because nothing is changing.
You know who they need to pray to?
Who needs to pray?
The parents.
Oh, okay. When I say I mean me, mom, me, dad.
Yeah, your kids are like 40 now, aren't they? At least.
I got married in kindergarten.
Yeah, Well, again, I'd encourage that person that they need to pray to St. Monica, right? Because Monica, she prayed 20 years minimum for Augustine. And I always love the story because, she was telling God how to bring him to conversion. You have to save my son, and this is how you're to do it. And that's always the problem. You can't tell, this is how you do these things.
Here's your timetable.
Exactly. But so she's getting frustrated because she's doing all this praying. And then he goes and tells her, I'm going to go to Milan. And she prayed, God, anything, don't let him go to Milan. It's a cesspool. It's like going to Las Vegas today. Anything but Las Vegas. And so she prays, please don't let him go to Milan. And of course, God let him go to Milan. And when he was in Milan, he heard St. Ambrose, and he was converted. So sometimes that when we sit there and we think, okay, God, this is the way you got to do things, God says, don't you get it? I love this person more than you do. You just keep praying for him and let it in my hands how I'm going to bring him to me. And so sometimes when we're thinking, I'm about ready to despair here, God's saying, it's because you're trying to do this yourself. You just trust me, trust me, trust me.
Would you tell someone, say a 67-year-old mother comes in.
Okay.
And she says...
Is she a new mother at 67?
Yeah. Kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gee, pretty
kids
good.
Kindergarten.
Sarah.
She says, Father Larry, I've been praying for my son for 40 years.
Wow.
Not only is it not changed, it's worse. Mm-hmm. He's drifting away further. My prayers are doing no good.
Yep.
What would you tell her?
I always say, first of all, put him in the Blessed Mother's arms. She'll always get him back. And I say, so I want you to start saying the rosary for him every day. And let's say the kid's name is Joe. And what I want you to say is, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Joe, now and at the hour of his death. Amen. So to make the rosary very personal for her child, first thing. The second thing is that she needs to learn to fast for her son. And with all the kids, if once we learn to start fasting for them, we become a magnifying glass, and God's grace goes through us, and it sets these people on fire. Now the problem, of course, that God does everything in his power as God to save everybody. And yet he still gave us that free will. That even if God, who dies for us, who gives his life for us, he still allows us to go to hell. That even after years and years of prayer, the person still has the freedom not to come to God. But God will do everything in his power and through your prayers to get them there. I have never put anyone, in my experience, I've never put anyone in our Blessed Mother's arms where I haven't got that person back before they died.
That is a very affirming, that's a psychology word, powerful statement.
It's a very powerful one. And for me, it was my dad. I prayed for him forever and ever and ever, and that's the way I used to say the rosary for my dad. And my dad was a pagan, literally, until right before he died. There was a Protestant minister who came in who was a Protestant minister, but was now a Catholic priest. And he said, Larry, I was a young seminarian. I led your father through the sinner's prayer last night, and he accepted Jesus. And I thought, so God used a Catholic priest who used to be a minister to bring him to Jesus. And so my dad died giving his life to Jesus Christ. And I prayed to Our Lady his whole life for that to happen. He didn't convert till the end. And he died at 43, but boy, am I glad he converted right before he died. Again, what matters is how you die, because that determines your eternity. We know the first one that ever went to heaven was the good thief after Jesus. So his whole life was bad. And so I just tell people, never despair. Keep praying, keep praying, keep praying. And God can do some great things.
Enough said.